Sometimes the sequel is better than the original. And when it comes to video games, sometimes developers recognize that they f***ed up when they made their game single player by making a sequel with co-op gameplay. Today we're talking about 10 games where the sequels added co-op. Rolling Thunder 2 for the Sega Mega Drive/Genesis faithfully adapts Namco's 1990 arcade sequel, offering an action-packed platform shoot-'em-up experience. While it shares similarities with games like Contra, Gunstar Heroes, and Alien Soldier, it distinguishes itself with a more tactical approach to gameplay. Players can choose between Agent Albatross and Fatale Layla. The game introduces elements of stealth, allowing players to hide in shadows or doors strategically. It offers a 2-player mode for added fun and challenge. Rolling Thunder 2 impresses with its art design and catchy soundtrack, making it a highly recommended choice for fans of the run-and-gun genre. Resident Evil isn't known for co-op gameplay, but there are a number of their sequels that did add multiplayer. The best one, in my opinion, being Resident Evil Revelations 2. It intertwines a mystery plot through 4 episodes, alternating between 2 timelines and pairs of characters. The story, despite its pulpy nature, keeps players engaged, with Claire Redfield and Moira Burton in one timeline, and Barry Burton and mysterious Natalia in another. What sets this game apart is the effective utilization of character abilities and co-op play, making for thrilling moments of teamwork. In my opinion, this is my favorite Resident Evil game, and it's one of the best co-op games of the last decade. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Sega Genesis, released in 1992, elevated the Sonic franchise to even greater heights by building upon the foundation laid by its predecessor. The introduction of Sonic's sidekick Tails added a cooperative multiplayer dimension, while the iconic spin dash move enhanced gameplay speed and excitement. The game expanded on the original's formula with more levels, characters, music, and enemies. It's considered one of Sega's finest titles, boasting improved graphics and level designs that offered fresh experiences throughout. Sonic 2 remains a beloved classic, securing a legacy as one of Sega's best games. Fable 2, the sequel to Lionhead's original Xbox title, offers players a choice between being a selfish hero who seeks wealth at any cost, or a noble hero who sacrifices for the greater good, shaping the future of Albion. While the main story is brief and lacks depth, the world of Albion is filled with secrets, side quests, and activities. The addition of a loyal dog companion is a standout feature, as the dog aids in combat, exploration, and questing. But not only that, the game allowed for 2-player co-op, where a second player can join in to assist player 1. The morality system, which affects your character's appearance and the game world, offers choices that vary in impact. However, many social interactions feel artificial, and the expression system is overly goofy for the game's tone. It might not be as good as Fable 1, but with the addition of co-op, I do prefer it. Bubsy II, the true sequel to the first Bubsy game, due to its wider availability on platforms like Genesis, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy, attempts to rectify the control issues of its predecessor, but only achieves a modest improvement. Bubsy's movements are less erratic, and the removal of one-hit kills reduces frustration. The game offers level selection, including various themes like Egyptian, musical, medieval, and outer space, plus flying stages. New enemies such as evil pigs add variety. Bubsy can now wield a Nerf gun for combat, though it feels somewhat clunky. Notable, the game introduces a 2-player mode, where a second player can control one of Bubsy's younger relatives for cooperative play, collecting orbs or fighting enemies. While Bubsy 2 is less punishing than its forerunners, it falls short of greatness, residing somewhere between mediocrity and improvement, with Super Nintendo and Genesis versions closely mirroring each other in a Game Boy adaptation featuring slippery controls and revamped levels. Yeah, Bubsy is definitely not the best 2D platformer. It's actually one of the worst. At least this version's better than the first one. The co-op mode in Portal 2 is a remarkable experience, featuring a narrative involving 2 adorable robots, Atlas and Peabody, who navigate a series of challenging tests set by GLaDOS. The puzzles in co-op mode are more complex than in the single-player campaign, requiring players to use their portals strategically and often collaborate. Tools like a picture-in-picture window and a ping tool assist in communication. Character animation and voice acting are top-notch, with standout performances from J.K. Simmons as Cave Johnson and Stephen Merchant as Wheatley. Portal 2 is a must-play. Not only is it one of the best co-op games of all time, it's one of the best sequels of all time. Blinx 2, an exclusive 2004 Xbox title, offers enjoyable gameplay, despite its lackluster story. The game revolves around preventing the world's end by seeking 8 powerful crystal fragments, with players choosing to control either Time Sweepers, the good guys, or Tom-Toms, the bad guys. The standout feature is the co-op gameplay, where players create the characters for both factions. When playing as Time Sweepers, you wield time manipulating powers, solving puzzles, and using your sweeper to eliminate enemies with various objects. Tom-Toms, on the other hand, provide an action stealth experience with space-based powers, creating portals, going invisible, and more. While the game can feel clunky, especially in the stealth sections, Blinx 2 stands out as a fun co-op title with diverse gameplay experiences. Cat Quest II is a charming action RPG with a separate storyline from its predecessor, featuring a humorous world filled with cat-related puns and pop culture references. The game offers straightforward gameplay with accessible mechanics, clear direction, and manageable dungeons, making it enjoyable for a wide audience. Its cooperative mode allows for customization and teamwork, while single-player mode seamlessly switches between 2 protagonists. Visually, the game impresses with its colorful and stylized world, although dungeons in each location may look similar. Cat Quest II delivers an accessible and enjoyable gaming experience. Before Secret of Mana, or Seiken Densetsu as it's known in Japan, there was a Game Boy game called Final Fantasy Adventure. The sequel on Super Nintendo improved upon the game in every way. Secret of Mana features a unique real-time battle system, memorable characters, and the ability to play with up to 3 players. The game's active time RPG combat, where battles occur in real time, sets it apart from other RPGs of its time. You control a group of 3 characters with distinct abilities: the hero boy, the girl, and the sprite. Each character plays a crucial role in the party, making multiplayer a recommended option. The game offers a unique leveling system, where your weapons and magic gain strength over time. The ring menu system for navigation and item selection adds to the game's charm once you get used to it. Despite being enjoyable as a single-player experience, Secret of Mana truly shines when played with friends. And in my opinion, this is one of the best co-op games of all time. Bloodstained: Curse of the Moon 2, the sequel to the retro-styled prequel minigame born from the Kickstarter campaign for Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night, retains the formula of its predecessor. This classic-style action game features 4 monster hunters traversing linear stages with limited exploration, reminiscent of early Castlevania titles. Notable additions include a more diverse character roster, introducing characters with unique abilities, and 2-player local co-op, a long-awaited feature for Castlevania fans. The game offers varying difficulty modes, accommodating both casual and experienced players. Players must play through multiple routes to access different character combinations, encouraging replayability. Despite minor underutilization of character abilities and some room for greater ambition, Bloodstained: Curse of the Moon 2 remains a solid and enjoyable experience, particularly appealing to old-school Castlevania enthusiasts. What are some other sequels that added co-op gameplay? And if you enjoyed this video, watch our video about co-op games on a budget. Thank you for watching.